So this is a deck that I saw Flake using. Lots of people saw Flake using um, to get to pro tier. He said that he adjusted a little bit based on the meta. I play tested this a little bit a couple of days ago, got to rank 10 with it, and promptly ran into a wall. But a lot of that is because I don't really know how to play Gernichora yet. Hell, my monsters experience is pretty limited too. I can't click my face right now, but I think it's my least played faction, or at least least wins faction. Um, so point of the deck is just to get value, win round one, bleed round two, smash round three, good times. Basic good bronze monsters. Um, Using Cyclops to throw things can throw the Foglets, can throw the Plumards. You know, it can throw stuff. It can do things like that. Removal. There is a list of this saying that it's a tier 2 deck over on Team Escanta's, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, website, where they do some things like they don't have Geralt in there, they don't have Regis, they put in that Eye Worm card instead, the Parasite. Yeah, this thing. Just Parasite. Um, they put Parasite in instead of Regis. Not necessarily the worst plan in the world, though Regis is a 8 and this is a 6. A little bit of flexibility, of course. Um, Caldwell can help establish dominance early, and then you can eat him with Brewis. Um, this deck, the version of the deck on the tier list also has regular Spear Tip and some other changes. No Geralt, they put in Osrel instead. Um, Geralt is a tech card. There's a tiny part of me, because there's a lot of Arrakis Queens out there right now. There's a tiny part of me that wants to swap out Geralt for Gimpy Gerwin to deal with all of those all those annoying Arrakis buggers. Um, and then that would give us two provisions to play with. But tall removal is really good right now. Lots of people are still playing the mountain. Um, I can't find quickly enough to reference, but lots of people are playing the mountain. Lots of people are playing Osril, obviously. Um, if you end up to go last, you can hold Geralt for Glusty Warp. Though at that point, depending on where you were at the round, they might have too many points just from all the little critters anyway. So we'll try this for a little bit, maybe make some adjustments if it turns out that this isn't working for us, like we did with the Dana list last week. And then there's also a trap deck. The main reason I'm playing Gernichora right now is because I made the foolish decision to try to win with the Thronebreaker leaders. And obviously, it's not hard to do with Meve or Nilfgaard, but once you get into some of the other ones, obviously Gernichora was good before the expansion. They nerfed her a little bit. And head first into Bran. Wonderful. I did turn my headset down a little bit recently, so if it turns out that I'm a little quiet, I do apologize for that. All right, so Double Griffin. Like I said, I haven't played too much with monsters, so I'm not sure what's terrible, what's great. I feel like having a Cyclops would be good, so we're going to toss a Griffin. All right, so that's not great, but whatever. Um, so one might assume that they've got the Axe Dude, but there isn't too much we can do about that with this hand. So I think we'll just do the Wild Hunt Rider here. We've got Foglet into Brewis, Caldwell. Alright, he's going straight into discarding. Interesting. And this is where Cyclops would have been useful, but we can't have nice things. Um, hmm. Well, I mean, we could Fledger into Whisperous. Maybe let's do that. Like I said, we want to win. We want to win round 1 here. I'm not familiar with what the cool current Bran list is, but this guy's got premiums.
Let's get this over with.
So maybe he knows what he's doing. Losing the Whisperous is a little unfortunate just because that means the Brewis is going to have to consume 2 guys. We could do the Regis, but we're just losing value then. So I think the Whisperous is the right call.
I'd be the best and last.
Worst case scenario, we Brewis, consume our own fruit and a Foglet. Alright, so like we said, we want to win this round. It's in our graveyard, nothing worth consuming. We might just Foglet here now, and then we could possibly Brewis. It's not row stack. We could also consume the Wild Hunt Rider. He's not doing too much with his life. Alright, he passes, so that's good. So we want to get our Griffins now in the graveyard so that we can consume them with our ghouls. 2 Griffins is very nice. I mean, I actually really like this hand just the way it is. What's in our graveyard? Or what's in our deck? The only 2 golds that we have left are Weavis and Geralt. Not worth really tossing for them, I would say. So I think we keep this hand and we go hard and we see what happens. Alright, and we're not going to do Alpha Werewolf because he could do that damage, so instead we'll do Griffin. Okay, does the discards. What's in his graveyard? Hey, Morkvarg, what's up? So obviously, nice getting his tempo. Good for him. We'll lose some points of value here, but we're fine with that. Making Griffin 6 for 7. Technically. But you know, I mean, I don't really care that much. To me, the fruits are always free, you know? That may be the wrong way to look at it, but that's the way I choose to look at it, and it makes me feel like I'm not losing out too much here. And like I said, we want ghouls. We want the Griffins because the ghouls
A lesson in humility
need their fuel.
now.
Very interesting. Well, there's a couple of ways to play this now. We could Regis it. That wouldn't be bad. Getting Caldwell back would be very nice for us. We could also use our Consume, but I don't think we want anyone that big right now. We definitely need to get our fruit out before we forget. Alright, so we'll see what he does. Probably boost something. Might have the Spores card heal up his Caldwell, so he's still the biggest dude. Ooh, Coral. Alright, so I guess he's hoping to get lucky and knock down our Griffin. which he does not. So I'll take that, thank you. Now that's a pretty powerful pass, but we're in control of this board right now. And I think we want to keep it that way.
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
Okay, so we still control the tallest unit. Think we might play our own Caldwell just to secure that. We could go really deep here. Sure, why not?
What? Who dares? Who wants to taste Skelliger Steel?
Alright. It's fine. Oh no, we still have the tallest boys. Now I think we will eat them both, though, so that we don't have to worry about them coming back to bother us.
Don't you pester me.
I feel pretty good about this. I'll be interested to see what procs first. I would think the fact that Spear Tip hits the board would proc first. So this is 11 points. We'll go up to, well, 10 points because we'll go down one, assuming we're correct about how the timing works. So we'll go to 56. I don't think he can get 31 points in 2 cards, but I've been wrong before. Okay, so that's how the timing works, is that you get hit before Thrive. Oh, that's not bad. Still don't think you can get those many points, then. Yeah. So that's the power of the deck. Win round 1, bleed round 2, possibly win round 2. It's also a trap deck that I saw Pumpkin using, which I think could be interesting. I'm a little terrified of trap decks, to be honest with you guys. I just don't think I have the sneakiness to pull off trap decks. But we'll see. Like I said, if we're trying to go for that Thronebreaker icon, sacrifices have to be made. It's just going to be Bran's from now until the end of time, isn't it? That's just what we're doomed with. Okay. So this hand is worse, obviously. Griffin round 1 is not bad. I don't know if we need 2 Cyclopses. I don't know if we need 2 Drowners. Or a Drowner, I should say. Yeah, we'll toss the Drowner. Okay. That's fine. Cyclops can throw Foglet. I think we'll start with Griffin, though. Playing on the melee road just in case we need Cyclops to throw somebody. Obviously, he can get big point value here if he's got his deal random damage card. Which they typically do because they're Skellige and they have a lot of good cards. But we're playing monsters, and monsters have some of the best bronzes in the game. At least until the end of the month, where possibly Nilfgaard will rise. That would be nice. Okay, so this could be some sort of beast deck. Very interesting. I miss Wild Hunt decks. That was the one deck that I really wanted to make in the beta. I never could get around to making. Never had the scraps.
Across the wide, somber sea, I will sail.
So I certainly hope that at some point in the future, CDPR decides to allow Wild Hunt to become a thing again. Alright. Fogly here, I think. Establish that. Cyclops can throw it. Ooh, nice. And give him whatever this voice emote is. Okay. So if he plays Horn here, he'll go to 26. Cyclops will go to 21 and he'll go to 12. So either way, well actually we'll go to, it'll be 22 to 22 because of Thrive. So I think we want, oh, because we'll be killing a thing too. So I think Cyclops is the right play here, even though we're going to miss out on a Thrive charge. So Necker Warrior is a little bit worse, but Crimea River. I mean, in all honesty, this hand is not great for pushing. We may Cyclops the Griffin as well, just so that we can feed something to our ghoul if we need to. We're definitely playing Necker Warrior next turn, though. I suppose there's something to be said for playing Alpha Werewolf earlier. But there's a part of me that really feels like holding on to Alpha Werewolf for round 2. I don't know why, I just like it. Okay, so we'll get rid of both Plumards. Okay, so not as good a hand as we had last time. We've got 5 of our gold still in our deck, so we may not push as hard as we did. But we're still going to push a little bit, I think. Fruit. We'll do Fruit into Necker Warrior here. See what happens. Get a couple of Thrive units out, perhaps. You decide how much we're committing to this. Oh, alright. Might just start the Thrive train rolling here. I'm gonna really regret playing this card. I know I am, but I'm gonna do it. Because, I mean, I don't think he's playing anything that is row dependent, but, you know, if he is, it sucks for us. He could have Coral in his hand, We're at 7 cards right now, so... And we don't really have we don't have any removal really for Coral except for Cyclops. Which is very unfortunate for us. Hey, look at that. I mean, that being said, he's not discarding special cards. He specifically sits. There you go. I mean, I suppose we can Wyvern into Whisperous. Still not playing Alpha Werewolf, though. Can we win long round against this guy is the question. I think we can. He got rid of Coral. He is the hell with it. Let's see what happens. He is Skellige. Yeah. Whatever. Draws were unfortunate. Okay, another Griffin. That's good. Not great, the rest of these. Okay. Reasonable draws. No Geralt, unfortunately. No Regis. Weavis I can give or take. Turn 1 we can Griffin out. Cool. Yeah. Straight in. Got Brewis, who could possibly get us advantage here. Fair enough. I really don't like holding Wyvern for this long. I mean, we do have other sources. Yeah, held it. We do have other sources of damage. Cleaver is very interesting. I suppose would have been a nice thing to burn. Or they have discard. I mean, they do have the beast possibility, so they could steal Caldwell from us. Oh, that's good for us. We only lost 1 point there, because we just get the fruit back. Lost 2 coin flips, poor guy. Alright, so we just threw out Veteran into Spores, it looks like. Alright, so get our fruit back. And Werewolf. There. See what he's to decide to toss. Okay. That's the nice thing about Thrive, is that any chip damage really doesn't do that much, because you can generally make it back. I think we do want to play Spear Tip next, because we want to get highest card. We could also play Caldwell. He might be running Regis, but you know, whatever. Or not Regis, Geralt. I feel like Caldwell might be better because worst case scenario we can consume it. Yeah, let's do that.
If you insist.
If he plays Geralt, we've got Spear Tip as well. If he doesn't play anything to challenge Caldwell, we'll do Proto-Fledger. Proto-Fledger into Ghoul, probably.
Ariel's been chosen. The gods speak to him.
Okay. So either he's got a crap hand or he's buying time. I assume this works. We may want to hold on to Brewis for last play, because we do have last say.
Yalmar on crates coming for ya.
He's got a veteran in his graveyard. I don't think he's discarded Judah. Okay. So that was a very interesting choice. That's got to be a misplay. He traded 2 points for 1 point. Alright, so we said our next play is Ghoul. We could also do Whisperous. We may want to save the damage option though. In case something goes real bad. We are going to we'll be losing 1 point off the Wyvern if we do that. But I think we'll hold. Thrive is amazing. We do have Cyclops if we want to throw something at someone. We are going to have to do that at some point. Oh, well, there's our target. Four of 100. Bran players are cool dudes. That's, oh, Viper Witcher. That's, 2 well playeds in a row.